Clothing. Your clothing should be well fitted and comfortable but made with strong material. Loose, baggy clothing can easily caught in moving parts and machinery. Neckties should not be worn. Some users prefer to wear coveralls or shop coats to protect their personal clothing. Your work clothing should offer you some protection, but should not restrict your movement. Hair and jewelry. Long hair and loose, hanging jewelry can create the same type of hazard as loose-fitting clothing. They can get caught in moving engine parts and machinery. If you have long hair, tie it back or tuck it under a cap. Never wear rings, watches, bracelets, or neck chains. These can easily get caught in moving parts and cause serious injury. Shoes. Automotive work involves the handling of many heavy objects, which can be accidentally dropped on your feet or toes. Always wear shoes that are made of leather or a similar material, or boots with non-slip soles. Steel-tipped safety shoes can give added protection to your feet. Jogging or basketball shoes, street shoes, and sandals are inappropriate in the shop. Gloves. Good hand protection is often overlooked. A scrape, cut, or burn can limit your effectiveness at work for many days. A well-fitted pair of heavy work gloves should be worn during operations such as grinding and welding, or when handling high-temperature components. Always wear approved rubber gloves when handling strong and dangerous caustic chemicals. They can easily burn your skin. Be very careful when handling these types of chemicals. Many users wear thin, surgical-type latex gloves whenever they are working on vehicles. These offer little protection against cuts, but do offer protection against disease, and they do keep grease from building up under around your fingernails. These gloves are comfortable and are quite inexpensive. Ear protection. Exposure to very loud noise levels for extended periods of time can lead to a loss of hearing. Air wrenches, engines running under a load, and vehicle running in enclosed areas can all generate annoying, harmful levels of noise. Simple earplugs or earphone-type protectors should be worn in environments that are constantly noisy. Respiratory protection. It is not uncommon for a user to work with chemicals that have toxic fumes. Respirators or respiratory masks should be worn whenever you will be exposed to toxic fumes or excessive amount of dust. Cleaning parts with solvents and painting are the most common activities during which respiratory masks should be worn. High-efficiency respiratory masks should also be worn when handling parts that have asbestos dust on them, or when handling hazardous material. Professional behavior. Accident can be prevented simply by the way you act. The following are some guidelines to follow while working in the shop. This list does not include everything you should or shouldn't do. It merely gives you some things to think about. Never smoke while working on a vehicle or while working with any machine in the shop. Playing around or horseplay is not fun when it sends someone to the hospital. Such things as air nozzle fights, creeper races, and practical jokes have no place in the shop. To prevent serious burns, keep your skin away from hot metal parts such as radiator, exhaust manifold, tailpipe, catalytic converter, and muffler. Always disconnect electric engine cooling fans when working around the radiator. Many of these will turn on without warning and can easily chop off a finger or hand. Make sure you reconnect the fan after you have completed your repairs. When working with a hydraulic press, make sure the pressure is applied in a safe manner. It is generally wise to stand to the side when operating the press. Properly store all parts and tools by putting them away in a place where people will not trip over them. This practice not only cuts down on injuries, but also reduces time wasted looking for a misplaced part or tool.